Good afternoon, everybody. Manny here from Manny's How To Workshop with a video on an upgrade that I did to this Pittsburgh hydraulic table cart. And so this one is I believe it's the 500-pound limit one. There's another one I think it goes up to like 1,000 pounds, but this one here is roughly, let's see, 28. You can see right there. Yeah, it's 28 by almost 19, or I should say 18, almost 18, which provides a good working surface for, especially when you're working with small appliances or like your lawnmower, your push mower. And so the upgrade that I did, as you can see right now, it's at the full down position or rest position, and it's a little over 15 inches above, from the floor. Okay, get better close up right there. And normally it originally it was only like not much higher than this frame right here. So when this table comes down and rests, this goes right inside, and it would be about 8 inches off the ground right there. So as you can see, obviously the upgrade that I did to it increased the table height, the table working height, from, I believe, max when I had it the original way, would only come up to about right there. So if I measured that, oops, sorry about that. If I measured that, that would be about 27. That's 24. So right below my thumb, about 27 inches from the ground. And obviously, 27 inches, if you stand up, like I'm standing right next to it now, and you can see the top of it is right about, it's about 3 to 4 inches below my waist. I mean, I'm 5'11", so for me, a good working height is right about there, which is about waist high, which is about 33 inches from the floor. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump it up, and you can see how high I can get my working height to be at. So basically it has a foot pedal that you go ahead and pump. There's like a jack, which I'll show you in a second here. So I have some markings of where I need to stop so that it's easier for when it's time for it to come back down. Now under weight it'll come down okay, but because of the upgrade, let me get okay, it tends to want to get stuck, because obviously, as you can see, the support is mostly on this side right here, on the right side, and the table edge still comes up to here. So whatever weight you have on there, a lot of that weight's going to be on this side. So when you pull the lever, the release lever to make it come down, the jack right there, obviously it's going to allow the piston to come back down, but because the weight being here, it wants to keep it up there. So I added this little pull cord. It's 550 cord attached to the bracket right there, which, when I squeeze the handle, if it's trying to bind up a little bit, I'll just pull on the cord to give it a little help, and it will come down. Like I was saying before, I had 2 marks right there. You can see where the arrow is right there, and there's another one. This one here, I believe I don't need to use the cord if it's set on here, but if I go another inch, I need to pull on the cord to have it come down. So this is my upgrade, and then in doing the upgrade, I had to actually cut out, see this part right here, cut that out so that when went up, when it came down, it didn't hit the jack. Because you can see that if it went right there, you can see that if it went right across, it would probably hit right there, and that would be no good. So let me swing it this way so you can see the actual upgrade. So basically all I did was add this piece right here to the front of the piston rod, and I increased it because this is the original bracket where the piston head has a hole with the same bolt that it came all the way up, and the head, the top of the piston would go right, would stop here, and then the bolt go right through. So all I did was increase it down to here, which is about, if I go from center to center of bolts, it is about 1.5 inches. So by extending the piston by 1.5 inches, it gave me the additional work height of, bear with me for 1 second, so I'm at 31, okay, top. So between, I'd say, 4 to 5 inches extra of work height. Like original was probably 26, 27. So at 31 is pretty good. I mean, this is the tiny table. So if I was doing it to the other table that could hold up to 1,000 pounds, the base would be much wider and probably just a little bit longer. Table would be the same, and you'd be able to probably go even higher. But I'm standing right there right now, and if I walk up to it, it's probably about a good 6 inches below my waist. But this is actually comfortable because this is, my arm. Like I said, I can put my hand right there, and it's pretty good. And if I set something on top of it, which I will in a second, if you can just bear with me right now. Okay, so I took this little wine cooler. It's like a little wine fridge that I actually got for free, and I haven't had the chance to find out what's wrong with it. This is exactly how I found it, on the street, on the side of somebody's house. They wrapped up the cord nicely and put it over there, and they just put it on the side of on the sidewalk. So I said, nah, man, this thing doesn't look that bad at all. And as you can see, this is getting off a little topic, but this is going to be my next project. So it's going to be a video for sure, where I troubleshoot to see what's wrong with this. So, but getting back to what I was saying, as you can see, right there, here's the bottom right there, and this is where I need to work. So if I need to start work on the back of this, here's the panel where I'm gonna obviously do my troubleshooting and check everything. But it's perfect. It's proper working height. So you're not having to sit on a stool or bend down, to the floor and whatnot. But this makes it a lot easier. Also, part of the upgrade, this is the original lock bar right here on the side. There's 2 of them, and right there where the weld is where I added this other piece of conduit on this side. I actually welded it on there. So this basically comes down, and you can see that it still goes past the edge just a little bit, so that means I got to go up a little bit more. And then on the other side, it's the same. So if I go ahead and pump it just a little bit more, and see, and you heard it just drop, and then I pull up on the handle, it releases the liquid there, and these bars come down and lock right up against here. So this way here, so if that lets go for any reason, this thing's just not gonna come down. Not that it would cause a problem, because I'm not putting my hand on there or anything, but it's just an added safety feature. They put 2, one here, one there, and in order for me, after I was able to bring my tabletop much higher, I went ahead and did the extension on there as well, so that when I'm working on it, I can just put the bars down. I know it's locked, and I don't have to worry about it coming down. And also, you can see right here, I scratched this side right here because sometimes I use this to weld on, so that way I can put my my ground clamp right there, and have that. This little rubber mat comes off, and then you can put something else on there and weld on it. But anyway, that's the down and dirty on that. Like I said, little upgrade. This is looking a little ugly right now, but eventually I'm probably going to do a little bit better, so that it's a smoother transition and it actually works better. I might even take these ears off right here where it's welded there that way, and then actually face them more like at an angle this way, so that I can still use the piston to attach here. But I'll have to check, because once this is all the way down, I need to see what angle that's going to be at, if that's even going to work or be an option. But anyway, that's the down and dirty for that. As always, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, do so. Hit me a like if you will, or leave me a comment, and I'll answer any questions I might get. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright, bye.